Hello, I'm Delilah Iris. Today I'm going to show you how to make a stuffed belt skunk using the digital hand sewing pattern I created. It's available on Patreon and soon to come to my website at delilahIris.com. Before starting this video, you should check out my videos on cutting felt and installing doll eyes. To follow along with this video, your pattern should be pre-cut and doll eyes are already installed or embroidered. We'll begin sewing the pattern piece for the bottom of the skunk by folding the legs inward and sewing a seam across the top of the legs. Next, we'll sew the small triangle bottom piece into place. Yes, it's literally the bottom. Do this by laying it flat towards the outside of the body so it unfolds upwards when you're sewing it into place. Now to pin and sew the skunk's stripes into place. Switch to a white thread and stitch them into place with a simple running stitch. Call me crazy, but there's something so cute and quirky about sewing in a little pink X onto the back side of the skunk. I used some pink embroidery floss for this optional step. Next, to attach the underside of the body to one side of the skunk by pinning together at the legs and sewing into place with a whip stitch or blanket stitch. Begin at the rear of the skunk, working your way forward. Pin and sew the opposite side of the skunk, beginning at the tip of the tail. Stitch your way down the back of the tail towards the legs, moving back to the chest again. Once you reach the front of the skunk, you'll begin to stitch in the top piece of the skunk, matching the piece at the neck, and sewing into place on one side. Begin lightly stuffing the inside front of the face before sewing in a nose with some pink embroidery thread. Optionally, add some wire to the skunk by folding some chenille wire to fit into the legs and inserting inside the body of the skunk. Next, ball up some very small amounts of toy stuffing to push into the legs. Stuff all 4 legs. Return to sewing the opposite side of the face into place, stopping at the neck to stuff the face and body. Continue sewing and stuffing the skunk until you've reached the tip of the tail again. Tie off and cut your thread. It's time for the final step, sewing on some ears. Fold each ear in half and place a single stitch at the base of the ear to hold the ear folded. Pin the ears into place and stitch straight onto the head. Once they're stitched in place, voila, we're done. If you enjoyed this project, thanks so much for sewing with me. Be sure to like, follow, or join my Patreon for more projects like this to come. Bye now.